And this is a taro plant. As you can see, these leaves are
stand next to it.
Massive.
Like it's taller than you. What are you guys doing? What's that? Good morning. Happy Sunday. Always chasing the chickens. So just taking the dogs. I just finished editing today's video from filming yesterday that'll go out today. So it's just rendering right now and uploading. So I take a break and then I have to edit the video for the build. So that'll come out later today. But yeah, I think we're just gonna hang out around here. Mostly we're gonna show you guys all the plants on the property, as well as have this old charcoal barbecue. It's not that old. I mean, we got it just after we had come down. It is been sitting here because we got the gas one. So yeah, so I got some paint. I'm gonna sand it up and paint it, some high temp paint. Clean that up, paint that, so I'll show you guys doing that process. Betta and Michelle brought us down some big fat flat skewers for doing Persian kebabs, because Betta's Persian and they love the Persian food and it is good. They made us tahdig the first time they came, and I think it was the first or second time, and yeah, it was really good, the crispy rice and everything. And so yeah, we're gonna turn that into a shish kebab grill that we can set those on and cook the meat over the charcoal. So yeah, that's the project today. And yeah, I don't know what else. We'll just kind of hang out and show you kind of a Sunday, lazy Sunday around Sea Casa. Nice morning. Sun's out. Come on. They always take a little bit longer in the morning because they like to sniff around, and we have the neighbors' dogs that come on the properties that pee everywhere, so they gotta go and remark their territory. But yeah, so just gonna finish up with the dogs. Gonna go in, get this video finished up for you to watch, which you've already watched hopefully, and start on this one. I gotta go do a daily run to Iguana. We're out of coffee, so I gotta go pick that up. All right, so I thought I would come out before it starts raining because there is some black clouds coming over. Come out and spray paint the barbecue, sand off some of the rust and just clean it up, because I want to use that this week and make those kebabs. But yeah, so I'm just going to drag it out now and work on that. Do you guys ever get deja vu? It's weird, I get it all the time. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool. So yeah, I just got some sandpaper now and just gonna rub it a bit. All right, so it's all painted up now. Just gonna let it dry, and then eventually I'm gonna take the hose to it, clean out the inside. The cool thing about this is it's a charcoal barbecue, so I'm just gonna take the main grill out. It's all rusted and stuff anyway, so just throw it out. And then where the charcoal sits is adjustable, so you can adjust your charcoal heat to the skewers, which is what we want. So it's a perfect barbecue for that. All it took was a little bit of paint, a little bit of time, and it looks good again. What's our neighbor doing over the fence? Let's see. Spying on you.
We're creeping. Major creeping going on.
Hey, no crack.
Yeah, say no to crack.
Plumber.
Okay, so we are going to talk to you about some of the different plant life on our property that we strategically picked when we first bought our property and started getting everything growing right from the beginning and stuff. So now, just over 2 years later, everything's nice and lush, as you've seen in a lot of the videos. Our whole hedge here is all, it's called limoncello. So even though we have barbed wire behind here that we originally had strung along the whole outskirts of the property for just protection and security and keeping other animals out, we decided to plant these limoncellos, which is nice because they act for, not that we have to worry about security, it's safe here, but even with keeping other larger animals out, it works that way too. Along with the barbed wire, this limoncello has little spikes on it.
Yeah,
it's almost like reminds me of like a rose bush thorn.
The lime trees are the same too, so I don't know if this will
they are
pick it up, but they're
very,
super
very
sharp.
sharp.
This one's not because it's small, but
So yeah, that's kind
that's
of
it there. So they go really thick and like really pointy and sharp. They actually pierce your skin super easy.
it's but yeah, it's kind of multi-purpose. It looks nice. It's nice and lush, creates privacy, but also it's spiky and can be a wolf in sheep's clothing. What?
Don't forget.
Oh, there's a Thai pepper plant. Usually has really, really bright orange and yellow and green peppers on it. There's a few green ones right now, but usually bright orange, yellow, and red peppers, but right now not at the moment. This is like what we call the Keebler elf tree.
Is there any cookies in there? Hello.
We just we haven't trimmed it for a while, but I don't know. I kind of like it bigger like this. Sometimes we trim it down, so it's just like it almost has like you can shape it like a bonsai tree. So sometimes we just make it nice and really round, looks like a perfect circle, but we're just kind of letting it go right now.
So these
The cow. The cow likes the plants.
quiet next door. So these palms, we have a few of them on our property. They're a Christmas palm. So they grow quick, like to this height, and then they kind of slow down. And they don't get too big as far as trunk size. They can get quite tall, and they grow a little berry that turns red, so that's why they call it a Christmas palm. It's just a nice decorative palm, not too big, and again, it grows quick to this point, so you can actually have them planted and have some trees established on your property.
It looks really cool actually when they do grow the red berries. They almost look like cranberries.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks
cool.
like.
It's like got like a red, and then some of them are green and stuff. Our friends Jackie and Jeff, they have them on their property by their pool.
Yeah.
And yeah, they had a big cluster of these red berries, and I was like, those look exactly like cranberries. So totally gives you a Christmas look.
Yeah, it's cool.
In the tropics.
All right, so let's move on to and behind the palapa.
Honestly, we don't know all the scientific and technical terms for a lot of this foliage.
What? You're not a full-on botanist?
I'm not a botanist, but
no flora and fauna.
These ones grow quite slow too, but these are the lipstick palms, and they're actually not from Costa Rica. They're from Asia, right? Somehow got imported into Costa Rica.
Originally from Asia.
But they have you can see how the red stalk is already started, but as they get really tall, the stalk will, like, of course the leaves will be green, but the stalk will go from like a bright red piece at the top, and then it kind of goes to orange and then yellow at the bottom. So if you look up like a Google pictures of lipstick palms, you'll see how they look full grown, and we're just looking forward to the point where ours grow like crazy and get really tall. But right now they just stay like that, so shh. And then I don't know, there's just these little colorful bushes that we picked out that have just multicolored leaves. They're very hardy. They don't need a lot of extra water all the time. They just kind of do their own thing, and pretty low maintenance. We like low maintenance plants.
Other than in the dry season, we have to water a lot of the plants, so I'll be out every day, maybe twice a day, watering everything.
These are, I don't know, I liked them because they had like spriggy leaves.
Those are used as Betta was saying, a lot of people use those as house plants in North America because they're easy to maintain and they grow well. And we got that flowering bush.
This is the same as actually that one over there. That's really nice and full with the white flowers.
You can see there's white flowers that grow on it. So it gets quite big too.
Huge. We have to trim this one a lot. So that one over there we had originally planted here, but we have plans for the future for a deck here with a roof. So we thought before it got too crazy and out of control, it was good to move it back there where it can be contained a little bit and it's not going to be in the way of where we walk. So these are some of our favorites because at this time of year especially, they always have a pink leaf, usually like darker like this. But this time of year with the rain and stuff, they go like a really bright fuchsia, as you can see.
Yeah, it's almost like a fluorescent pink.
Yeah.
And then we've got a coconut palm back here.
Which is getting quite tall.
Yeah, so this started out like down here, and it's actually grown a lot. I was surprised at how quick this one's growing, but you can see it goes way up. So I don't know how long until we have coconuts, but at this rate, it's going to be sooner than we thought.
These ones look better actually. These are the birds of paradise. As you can see, they actually look like birds with wings. So these ones grow like crazy as well, just like everything mostly, but these always seem to have flowers pretty much all year round, which is nice. But they spread, like they really spread out.
Yeah, they're almost like a weed. They just grow like.
Yeah, like there's a random one that's already just starting.
Here, I'll try and get it.
Starting to grow a whole entire bush right there.
So there's our table and it's coming through there.
So we've been able to actually, we can spread them around our yard into different places, which is nice. And I don't know, this guy's just, this guy, I don't know why I call plants guys. This little guy here just has multicolored leaves, which is nice. And, oh, this is bougainvillea, which you might have seen in some of our other videos a few months ago. In the dry season, they bloomed like crazy. We had huge, massive, like hot pink flowers, big bundles of those, and then also there's some white mixed in. So this was just a massive bush of flowers that probably, I don't know, they lasted for quite a few months. Because in dry season, when they're in shock and they don't get as much water, that's when they actually bloom. They don't actually bloom in the rainy or wet season. So that's why there's no flowers right now. So, but yeah, they were nice to have in those other months.
Oh, look, our basil's finally taken off.
Oh, so we get the dog poop in there.
Oh, so I planted Thai basil. It's been hard to get it going, but this seems to be taken off now, which is good because we use a lot of basil in our Thai cooking. So we're excited about that.
These are cool too. These are called crab claws. They get super long, as you can see. This one's obviously kind of on its way out. It's been there for a long time. But the fresh ones that are super bright, like this, it's just they feel fake.
Yeah.
Like they're they feel fake. Like it doesn't even feel real. It has almost like, you can see how this looks like a crab claw here, right?
You're like a lobster. I don't want to call it crab claw,
but it's it's more like a lobster, but lobster claw. But yeah, they almost have a plastic feel. So this is our almond tree that literally started like a Charlie Brown tree. It, when we bought it, we kind of were like, I don't know how it's gonna do, but it is Costa Rica. We know that everything grows really well and really quickly here. And the guy at the vivero, which is the nursery, he told us, he's like, don't worry. If you buy it like this, it was literally like the skinniest little twig with like 2 little branches and 2 leaves. And we just trusted his opinion because he knows everything about plants. So he's like, don't worry. Muy rapido. Yeah. very fast it'll grow. And sure enough, we planted it. And I don't know how long this has been, maybe a year?
Yeah, I think about a year.
In about a year, it's gone from that to that. And it just keeps on branching out layers. We like it because it's like it gets these layers and almost creates like a shade umbrella. So it's kind of cool that way. We just keep trimming off the layers so that we can have it as a nice little covered area for
shaded area.
Shade for the patio set. So this also took off like crazy. It started very small. I thought it was just going to be an average sized plant, but it turned into a massive bush. And it's kind of like the bougainvillea that way, where in dry season, when it's in shock, it just blooms these big pink flowers, and
pink or white,
it's really
depending
nice
on which bush it is. Like the one over there does white.
Yeah, that does white.
The other one that's on
this
the
is.
other side of the house.
We didn't know what we were gonna get, and then we ended up with a pink one and a white one.
Yeah.
So.
And this apparently is like super poisonous to ingest, and for animals and humans. So they used to use this as like not here. I don't know where it was, but they used to use the sap for darts, like poison darts for killing animals and stuff like that. And apparently, there's a story that people use this to roast hot dogs over, and they all got sick. So I don't know if that's true or not, but you got to watch out for your plants. And then this here is our orange tree. We haven't got any oranges yet. I don't even see if there's any little ones started, but maybe it's not orange season yet. I don't know when it is.
Ouch. Oh, he's not ready yet.
So yeah, this is our lime tree. We do have one lime started growing. It's pretty decent size. There's only one though. I don't know why. It's just the one. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a bunch of different limes.
You planted pineapple?
Yes.
There? So just the top of a pineapple that we're trying to start into a pineapple plant.
So we just randomly plant these wherever just to have
happens.
pineapple one day. And we have a few more over there. We'll show you.
What else is different? That's another chili plant.
That's a different chili plant. This is a bird's eye chili, where the other ones are Thai chili. So they're a little bit bigger, a little fatter, not as skinny and as long. Still very spicy, which is good for cooking. And then we've got our lemongrass here, which I need to get Wagner to trim up because it's getting out of control.
It grows literally like a weed.
We use that for Thai cooking as well.
And then our little plumeria tree that started very, very small and is now going like crazy. We got a few white flowers that had yellow in the center just a few months ago. It'll be nice because we have the space here. It'll be nice when it's just big and in full bloom. Yeah. These are a lot the same.
Yeah, these are kind of planted a lot of the same stuff throughout the house, but
the outside of the house, you mean?
yeah, throughout the outside of the house.
Throughout the yard?
Throughout the yard.
Traveler's Palm is getting huge.
Yeah, this thing is going to be...
It'll fan out.
I mean, it's already nice, but once it gets tall... And there's a couple baby ones in here, so once they get a bit bigger, I'm going to have Wagner take them out, and then we're going to move them to different places, so we'll have a bunch of different ones on the property. And then where Shayna's standing right now, this is where we're going to have our pool eventually, is in here.
Sea Casa pool.
And then that was the idea of planting the bananas right here, is we'll have the pool come close, and then they'll be over the pool, just like our friend Jack and Jeff's. They have the bananas right by the pool. It's just a tropical feel there. It's nice. And then these, we had Wagner just brought them, and they're kind of colorful. They're good for like around bases. We're probably going to move these ones. And then we got our other pineapples over here too. They're starting to grow actually. These were really small, so what happens is they grow up long branches.
Then our cactus that desperately needs to be moved because it's growing like crazy.
Yeah, that's the plan, is once we have the pool over here, we're going to do like a berm of like dirt that's kind of a hill, and we're going to start planting stuff up there. We're going to move the cactus over there so it's more of a feature.
Probably have like layers and stuff like that, but yeah, it needs to be like in the middle of something with tall things around.
And our fruit's still not quite ripe enough to pick it and eat it. But I'm definitely going to plant some of those seeds too, so we can have some more of the cactus.
I don't know what this is.
No, we just got this one actually. You guys saw in the video of the build video. We went to the nursery. We picked that one up. Not sure what it is, but the flowers look really nice, and they have little yellow ones.
I thought they were those lang lang. Just by looking at it, I thought that was lang lang,
it looks like a lang lang, but it's not.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't have a smell, so it's definitely not lang lang.
We definitely need to get lang lang though to have by the pool, so when people are in it, you have that nice fragrance that they use for all the perfumes.
These I've always seen around Costa Rica, and I love them. The fact that they have that, they're a big green leaf with that purple spine in the middle. There was a little flower.
It's still
down
it's still
there.
It's kind of
it's a really
lost
cool
its
little
color though.
No, but if come over here, you can kind of see. Oh, it's only got one pink leaf, but it had a whole bunch of pink leaves on it, amongst all this nice greenery and stuff. It's just unique.
And they're actually native to Asia too, so someone's brought them over to Costa Rica, and you see them everywhere, like even just planted along the side of the road. These are a foxtail palm, so they'll grow a lot like a royal palm, where it's like a straight trunk, and they look nice too because it's a straight trunk. And we wanted the royal palms, but he brought these. I don't know. I think the picture I showed him, he thought they were foxtail, but they're still a great palm.
I love these. I love all the plants and flowers, but yeah, it's just got such a nice mix of vibrant yellow and different colors of green in there.
And then we have
This is like a fern, isn't it?
No, it's a saigo palm. So they're actually one of the oldest trees on Earth.
And this is a taro plant. As you can see, these leaves are
stand next to it.
Massive.
Like it's taller than you.
Yeah, it's huge. It started out super small again and grew like crazy. You could use this as a fan.
Or you can
eat poolside fan.
Poolside fan.
You can apparently eat them too. You could use this as a placemat if you wanted.
Yeah. Or a salad. You could eat your placemat.
But yeah, they're massive.
Yeah, there's actually a bunch of little ones growing around it, so we're gonna move those as well.
What do we got over here?
Got more Christmas palms, a lot of the same stuff.
Betta's plumeria garden, of course, as you've seen in the other videos. So those are going to stay there so that they can grow a little bit more before they plant them on their property.
Yeah.
I don't know. We kind of already showed these.
Yeah, a lot of these are the same. Just more lipstick palms. We've got the
hibiscus from yesterday. They only last 1 day each flower, so...
2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago, sorry. The nice big ones that were down here a couple days ago are gone.
Yeah.
Because they only last a day, but some more did bloom here. Some nice big ones. These are my favorite. There's a huge one back here.
Oh, yeah.
So we have 2 bushes here. We have this one, and then we have one over by our Casa Nautical vacation rental that doesn't have any flowers on it right now, but it blooms really, really big, kind of pale purple color.
And if you guys want to come and stay with us here at Sea Casa, visit our website, seacasasamara.com. All the information there is there for you, so
yeah.
You can go to the Airbnb and book. And hopefully everybody can fly soon.
Cactus?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, it's not just, it's cacti, because it's a single one.
Yes.
It's just one, so it's cacti.
Yeah. Don't upset its hurt its feelings.
I'm just...
So yeah, it's a cool cactus. Actually, it grows little leaves on it, and this has grown a lot since we bought it too. And then we got some crazy plant here. Not sure what it is. All the trunk is all interweaved, and then we put in these tall grasses for privacy when people are sitting on the patio, so they're not looking at each other.
But they do need to be...
Yes, they do need to be trimmed.
We're gonna kind of make it like a little, I guess, like kind of like an outdoor little wall,
Yeah.
a privacy wall, or kind of making like a little fenced area with grasses.
Yeah. And then just another little spiny plant that we like. We planted, not sure what it is. We got more bougainvillea in there.
I just like that one because it's got such skinny little sprigs with green, and then the outside edge is purple,
Yeah.
or like a kind of like a purpley maroon.
Color, yeah, that's nice. And then we've got there's another date palm that's growing over there that was started before we came, and then all these limoncellos we planted has created a big wall, which is nice and private. Oh, and then there's these plants. They actually don't go in the ground. They're like a air plant, so you just set them on something and they'll grow. It's taken a while, but they're starting now. And we got mushrooms in the tree. And this is our traveler's tree. So anybody who stays, they get a sign if they stay more than one night. You get a sign that shows where you're from, how far away you've come. And yeah, it's just a fun thing we do with all of our guests here at Sea Casa. One last one.
This one's super cool too. It's called a crown of thorns. So as you can see, all year round, it's got these really cool little pink flowers. They almost look like a poppy. And then super, super big spikes on all of the little stalks here. There was one time during the year that I saw the pink kind of went away, but the flowers came back kind of as almost like a dusty rose. Well, I don't know how to say it, brownish rose color. But most of the time they have, it wasn't dead, but most of the time they have like a nice bright pink flower on them like that, and they stay
Pretty much all year.
They don't really need much.
No.
So thank you for joining us on this little tour of all the foliage on our property, and it was fun to show you all the different plant life and just being able to show you all the things that we like and why we've planted certain things on our property for specific reasons.
Yeah, Shayna wasn't really much into plants when we were in Canada because pine trees are boring.
Pine trees are boring, and just, I don't know, I've always liked tropical plants ever since I was younger and went to Mexico a few times and stuff, so I was more into like palms and things with bigger leaves anyways. So in Canada I found that a lot of the plants and bushes and stuff, they were just kind of plain, small leaves.
When you see them your whole life, it's kind of
And a lot of them, to me, like pansies and stuff like that, they're just like a grandma flower.
Yeah, so
I don't like grandma flowers.
In our yard in Kelowna, I'll put a picture in right now. We actually bought a palm and we planted bamboo, and we had the taro, which they call elephant leaves or elephant ears, and we had our whole backyard was like that. So we had
tried to make our own little tropical oasis.
Yeah, it worked. It was nice, but it's much better just be able to put stuff in the ground and have it grow all year round. But yeah, again, like Shayna said, thanks for sticking through the video and going on a little tour of our plants.
What are you doing, Betta? Betta's still spray painting something over here like crazy. I think he's marking out the pool.
No, he's got white spray paint. I think he wants to have snow.
What are you doing? Making snow?
Doing the
oh, the deck.
the deck.
Yeah.
The deck layout.
Yeah, not gonna do I was gonna do stairs all the way around, but we looked at the picture from the one from Hawaii,
Yeah.
and then they got 3 foot on each side,
Yeah.
and then they got like the lipstick palms
Oh,
that's
yeah.
nice.
thrown in the corner with flowers. And
Yeah.
the same thing on the corner, so we'll have flowers, and then just the stair through here.
Yeah, you can just trim around the deck with big palms and different
Yeah, that's a good
colored
idea.
stuff, right?
Yeah, cover that way, kind of. You know, you can kind of blend the pole into the palms and all that stuff.
That'll look better for sure.
Better. It'll look better.
That'll look
You look
better.
better? A little better?
A little better.
That's a little punny there. All right, so I just had a comment from David, who watches our videos. A couple times now he said to turn the volume up. Just want to show you, David, how I do it. So when I edit, there's a master volume panel here, and it's in decibels, so it goes 21, 18, 15, 12, and so I monitor that. Some of the spots in the video, we do have a shotgun mic on the on this camera that I'm holding, which looks a lot like this one, only a bit smaller. So anything that's in front of the shotgun mic is going to be extra loud, and if someone's talking behind it, it's going to be quiet. There's no way around that with a shotgun mic. It's because it's directional. So what I do now is I've adjusted the volume in the camera so it's higher. I can actually see it monitoring it on the screen right now. And if I'm talking, I'll talk into the side of it like this so that it's a lot louder. There's some spots where I can't do that, which will be a little bit quieter, but then what I do is I will start a new audio track. So this blue one here is an audio track, and I have it set at -10 because it's music, which is louder. And again, this was recorded before I changed the in-camera stuff. So what I'll do is I'll do different audio tracks. I'll drag them down, and I'll adjust the decibels here so they match, so they're all equal up here. So I'll give you an example now. This is a spot, and I use headphones when I'm editing so that I can hear exactly what's going on. So I don't know if maybe David, it's on your end, there's something going on, but that's just because we want to get all the better and the shelves, suitcases and stuff out of the rent. So there is going to be peaks and stuff, but you can see here I'm keeping it around 12, between 6 and 12, because if it goes up over, which I'll show you, see that even the music's now switched over and it's at 9. So if I bump this up, you'll see it hits red, and you don't want that. So you always want to be between like 12 and 6, not higher than that. And that's what I monitor when I'm doing all of the volumes. So I'll turn this down till it's hitting in that sweet spot of 12 and 6, like that. And then I'll look at the volume of speaking, and again it's up in that same area. Some spots are going to be quieter with birds chirping and stuff, but you can't adjust that. So just a little example of how I do the audio when I'm editing, just so that you're aware that I am monitoring it. And if it seems quiet, it's either someone's way behind the microphone and it's not going to pick it up, or maybe it's on your end with whatever you're watching it on is quieter or something. Best way to watch stuff, headphones if you can, because then you're going to get the clearest audio. So yeah, that's just a little rundown of audio when I'm editing. All right, so I finished editing Project Lakewood episode 10. It's uploading right now. It'll be done in about 10 minutes. So haven't really been doing much just because we're around the house. Can't really drive anywhere today because it's Sunday and you're not supposed to on the weekends unless you go to the grocery store. So we're going to sit outside on the palapa and have a mojito bamboo. For those of you that haven't been to Costa Rica, you got to try these when you come. And for those of you that have been to Costa Rica, you know why and what I'm talking about. They're refreshing if you just have like 1 or 2 when it's hot out. But yeah, they're really good. They're not too sweet and they're minty fresh. So yeah, we're going to go sit outside for a bit. And then, I don't know, we'll see what else kind of happens in the day. Got to clean up the barbecue now that it's dried, so I'm going to go do that too after. But yeah, episode 10, Project Lakewood, is coming up in about 10 to 15 minutes. So it's dinner time. Well, we're making dinner. We're going to do, we've got some ribeye steak. Again, we buy our meat from San Martin, which is in the solarium by the Liberia airport. We get our beef there and our pork tenderloin. I think they have chicken and stuff too, so you can get all sorts of stuff. But the beef there is like super tender. We pay, was it just about 11,000 colones for like a fairly decent sized thing of ribeye. And it's already kind of pre-cut, so it's thinner. So we just cut them in half and then we just grill those. And yeah, it's super tender. Like we've had it for, well, Shayna's done it for breakfast in the morning, and I've done it as a sandwich. So you fry it up after, like the morning after as a leftover thing, fry it up, and it's still tender even though it's like cooked all the way through. So it's really good meat there. So we're gonna do some veggie skewers tonight and the ribeye steak, and eat a little bit more healthy. Well, not that we don't always eat healthy, but it's not. No, sometimes we don't. We'll have popcorn some nights for dinner if we've had a big lunch. But
There is worse.
yes, there is worse. But yeah, that's what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. So Ollie is weird and licks in between people's toes. So if anybody who's watching ever comes to our house, don't be surprised if all of a sudden you have a chihuahua licking your toes. Let's go to the other foot now. A little more sauce in that one, a little more jam.
She's gonna get mad because he's trying to go in her bed. But he's bugging her.
Don't eat your bed, mate.
Mika, no. That's new, brand new. You don't need to eat it regardless, but
Yeah, you have food over
it's
here.
a new bed. We don't need to ruin it. Okay? Okay? We don't need to wreck our new bed. It's not a good idea. You break it, you buy it. No, don't do that.
Don't eat your bed.
You have lots of food in your dish. You don't need to eat your bed.
Are you having a scrap? Do you guys like chicken? Ollie, do you like chicken? It's funny. It's funny how he tilts his head when you're talking to him. Ollie, do you like chicken?
Don't tease him. He's not getting any.
All right, so I'm gonna go out and start the barbecue and get the steaks going. Yeah, that's it for today. It was just an at-home day, showing you the garden. And then yeah, I edited 2 videos, so that pretty much took up half of the day, I guess. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon to get notified when we come out with new videos, and we'll see you in the morning.